Curious if a classic fantasy book could be the one? Let's check your spark with The Color of Magic. Welcome to Once Upon a Match, the series where I help you find your next book date. First, let's take a look at their dating profile. You can pause or screenshot this to see if anything grabs your attention. The Color of Magic is an adult classic epic fantasy book. One of our main characters is the first ever tourist on Discworld, and he's a very optimistic, rich, privileged, and naive person. For example, his idea of a tourist attraction would be seeing a bar fight. He meets our other main character, who is a bit of a failed and grumpy, snarky wizard, and the wizard reluctantly agrees to be his tour guide and really only does it because he's going to get paid a lot. The story follows their trip around Discworld as they get into one dangerous situation after another. This series might turn into marriage because it's the first book in an interconnected standalone series called Discworld, which I think has over 40 books, and it's also the first book in the Wizard subseries. Now for the chemistry test. Let's see how well this matches your reading preferences. Again, you can pause or screenshot this. The pacing is fast with longer chapters, but it's an overall shorter book, and the prose I would say is literary since it's a classic, but it does feel a little bit more accessible on the literary prose scale. The world has rich lore, but there's enough familiarity with common fantasy elements that it's not too difficult to pick up. It is a plot-forward book with lower stakes and a mild rating for violence and gore. This video is just information about the book because who am I to say if this is a match for you, but you can watch my next video if you're curious to see my review and rating of it. Now that you've met The Color of Magic, is it a match?